Dude, that hasn't happened in so long, bro. Why did that happen? Sometimes it just decides it's not ready to go. Oh, the Game Awards. Has anything ever important ever happened there? I don't think I've ever seen it, bro. I don't think I've ever seen anything happen there that matters. Purple, save with a sub. You won the Game Awards this year. Smashy Bros. Guacamole, thank you for the sub. Guacamole. I don't know why I said it like that. Oh my! I forgot about that guy. He was like, it was like a week where he was showing up to like every event, and everyone was like, "He's in this place too." Remember that? I remember that. I think you have a chance to get the golden kappa with this sub train. I guess. I think that's what it means. I don't remember anymore. It's kind of hard to remember the details. I'm old. You do not have it. Post it if you have it. I don't have that shit, bro. Don't even try to convince me or something you're not, man. I'm getting mad at you, bro. I can't even, bro. Yeah, Twitch is made of paste. That's my decree. That's why they did it. I literally know no other explanation as to why they would do that, bro. It's so fucked up, man. Like, I can't believe it. What if it's easier to, like, straight... No, you don't have enough frames. If you were against the wall for, like, one more... little bit, it'd probably be easier to do that, but... I guess it wouldn't really matter because it's the start of the fucking level. Black Blizzard song? You're trolling me, bro. Don't even get out of here with that shit. Not the fucking Black Blizzard. You know it's not. Iowa can stay. They're not doing anything bad, bro. They're fine. Oh, yeah, just fall up to beat the level, bro. Just skip the change to everything right there. Max Fun. A long time no see, bro. Hello, bro. You people, welcome to my show. Oh, I guess that works too. I don't know how hard this level actually is. I have no idea. I don't know if I can even beat it. Probably could, I mean. But I don't know the steps it would take to beat it. My throat hurts like a motherfucker or a... I have a, well, I kind of did an experiment. So I have an impacted salivary gland in the back of my throat, which basically means that this lump appears in the back of my throat once every like 3 days, and I usually just pop it. But I decided to let it, like, I wanted to see what would happen if I let it run its course. What happens when you let it run its course is it hurts really bad in your throat. That's what happens when you let it run its course, so don't do it anymore. It is not good. It's really nice. It's a really nice new place. I have a washer and dryer now, and a dishwasher, which I haven't had for a very long time, which is really nice. And it has AC. 50! It was 50 months. Yeah. You know, there's an old joke back when me and Matt used to play Bridge Q games. We played. We were playing against this guy that was like really good. And we're like, what the fuck, we can't do it. And then we were like trying to guess what his win-loss was gonna be. We were guessing like maybe 10 or 15 or whatever. And we opened it and it was like 50. And we both screamed at the same time, 50! And it became like a meme for a while for us to just say 50 really loudly. I always think about that. My mic sounds a little off. Is it? I mean, it's a... Hold on. Maybe I just need to move it a bit closer. I may have disrupted it a little bit. I was moving stuff around, cleaning stuff. But I don't know. Seriously, who the fuck cares about the Game Awards though? Like, what happened, man? Yeah, that was that guy's win-loss ratio. So he won 50 games for every one loss. Which is fucked. Yeah, but I don't know what's wrong with my mic. Like, is it different than it normally is for right now? Or I don't understand what's... It's so weird. I mean, I set it to the Yeti, so... And it's set to max. I'm trying to figure it out. I mean, there's not really a lot I can do. There's not really a lot I can do. I'm not sure what's going on. You guys want to see something? I got really mad about this, and I still don't know what happened. Still. I was at floating point with the golden, and this happened. Don't know. Don't know. It all happened right here. I don't know what this is. When the bubble... Why did the bubble move up like that? I think that fucked me. Like, it did some weird... And I haven't even been able to recreate this. But the bubble, like, did this weird teleport. I think it's because when... I think I buffered the dash. I think you don't want to buffer... No, I didn't demo, because look. Like, this is just an up dash. I pressed the dash key and I was falling up into it. And that, for some reason, fucked me. I don't know why. It was so weird. So I don't know what that is about, but that's why I didn't get another. I got 2 checkpoint forwards that day. That was yesterday, I guess. It's one of the worst Goldens I've ever played in my... In fact, it may be the worst Golden I've ever played. Maybe 70 Goldens still worse. Good job. 7-3 form clear. I'm not kidding. I think Expert Heartside Golden is literally just Ouroboros Certificates and Celeste. Like, it's pretty much identical. But why? What the fuck is wrong with my mic, dude? I don't have time for this shit. Why is it bugging? I really don't have time for this shit, man. I feel like it's just like a glitch or something. Voice critical wants to run duos. On Fort, I'm good. I'm not playing Fortnite. It seems like Fortnite got even worse. from what I'm looking at, like with the simple edit shit. But I don't know. I look and sound autistic. You got me, I guess. You got me. I'm gonna try unplugging and replugging my microphone in. So weird, man. What could I even do to make it better, bro? You can hear me. Don't play with me. I can see that you can hear me. Dude, I don't know, like, I don't know how to troubleshoot this shit. I don't care, man. You're just gonna have to deal with it, man. You're just gonna have to deal with it. If I sound like a muffled motherfucker, you're just gonna have to deal with it. I don't have time for this. No interest in trying to troubleshoot this anymore. Because, like, what do I even do? Strange happening. That's facts. I also would tag S4PG if I could. But I have a job to do. So are you actually doing Tidal Wave, bro? Is that what's happening? It sounds too good to be true. Like, I would watch the fuck out of those streams, but it seems... I don't know if you're gonna do it. I want you to do it, though. But I don't know if you're gonna do it. I want to see that. Look, if Minecrafted could almost do it, that it stands that you could do it too. If you think about it from that perspective. No, come on, do it. No, I'll pay you $50. See, that's definitely worth it. $50 whole to be Tidal Wave. New GoFundMe. Make him beat Tidal Wave. Well, you have to do it in the summer, because it's like a beach. You can't do that in the winter. At least that's... I think logic would give way to that conclusion. I mean, when were the 2 completions of Tidal Wave? When were they? Yeah, I could cheat chose. Whew, I'm tired today. Tired. It's in March. I mean, it's not really summer, but it's not winter either. I wish there was some other season I could define March as, but we only have summer and winter, so. SpongeBob. You guys know him from that classic cartoon, SpongeBob SquarePants. And then he grilled burgers and was like, ah! And then from like, I'm Patrick. I live under a rock. What a dumb cast of motherfuckers, bro. Bob LaPonge. If we bring 2 computers, that'd be insane, and we should do it. Depending on who it is, they might kick your ass, though. And you're kind of slow to start. It depends on the extreme, I guess. The harder it is, the more time you have to go. Me and Eli used to be really, really good at it. But I don't know. We're probably washed now. Although I'm not washed. So. It'd be cool if we did some kind of tournament thing. I still do want to do some kind of tournament thing. Like, I want to host, like, a Smash tournament just for fun. Because I think, what, there's going to be, like, 15 people there? 14 or something? So we'll have enough for some good stuff. We could do more for fun. We could even host, like, a Mario Party tournament. We could do some fun stuff. Maybe we can even record a video of some kind. That'd be fun. But I don't know what we do. But, like, I can bring, like, my capture card and stuff. If someone brings, like, a camera, you can record from, like, a computer. I don't know if people would be down for that. Can I use Tetris? I don't know how to play Tetris. I don't know how to play Tetris. Like, I've never really tried. So, I can't really be that mad at it. Like, I've never tried. But I don't know how it works at all. Oops. Can I do something? Tetris just looks like a rhythm game without the rhythm part of it. Like, you get commands that you have to do some input towards, and then you get the next command and you have to do another input. But it's basically just rhythm games, but those follow a rhythm. That's kind of how they work. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Although it seems like a young person's game due to the whole, yeah. I see the way that people spam. They'll, like, fucking mash the back of their controller to, like, get the switch to register like 1,000,000 CPS or something. Like, people are dead ass about it these days, bro. People are serious. This is serious business. Oh, that's true. I always just think it, when I think Tetris, I think of the NES. You know what I mean? I know there's other forms. Maybe I'll pick it up casually someday. The nerd is in the chat. There's actually so many other ways. God, you realize how fucking annoying you are? Ridiculous. I need new regulars. I don't want to do this anymore, man. Tetrio, what is that? It's probably what it's a .io game where you play Tetris online. Yeah, all I do is make fun of you people and you stay on anyway, so who cares, man? You guys don't even have any spine, no backbone. You guys just fucking do it anyway, bro. I'm telling you. I can fill a stadium with haters, bro. You don't understand, man. And you'll pay for entry. Oh. Guys, ha 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 ha. I'm an evil ancient being that's waited 100,000 years for my rise to power, and you guys still support me. Would you guys support me if I was an ancient evil being that was foretold in prophecy? You hate evil? It's 2024, bro. You gotta show a little bit more nuance, man. You gotta show a little bit more nuance, bro. It's not that simple. But I'm ancient! 2022. I wish I was still in 2022. That was fun. Oh. That was a fun year. 2022 really was the best year ever. It's fucking crazy, man. Everyone shut the fuck up. 2025. At least it's a square. 2026 is where it gets really scary. Like, no, it can't be. I'm not so worried about 2025. 2025 is just gonna be like another one of these, but I think 2026 is gonna be where it's like, wait, but the decade where, dude, this decade sucks, man. Like, culturally, what the fuck has happened this decade? Most of the stuff that gets made is just stuff that was already made that we're like remaking. Bruh, we got no cultural impact this decade, bro. So far, we better get on with it. No cultural impact, bro. "2026 is sharp and spiky." That's like a whole new level of synesthesia, bro. Nah, these years got a texture, bro. Oh, my viewers. Ha 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 ha. I will bake you into an evil cake that kills people. And you won't be able to complain because it will be evil. I hope the 2030s are a fun decade because I'll be in my 30s. It sounds like it's supposed to, from what everything I've heard, 30s are supposed to be the fun one. So. Y'all motherfuckers 18, bro. This is crazy. I'm gonna be 23 next year. 23! Have you guys seen the story about some guy going to jail because he had sex with someone that was like 1 year older than them or something? It was like 17 and 18 and that was illegal, so they went to jail for like a year. That's crazy. That's fucked up. I feel so bad for that kid, dude. Sorry. I should. I started watching me when I was 3. That's when I gained any sort of consciousness. I suppose, yeah. Yeah, like 2 months of, like, that's so fucked up, man. And you can be like, you can be like, rules are rules or whatever, but like, I think it's just a lot. Sending a kid to jail over that. How do they get caught? You'll never believe it. They're like the girl's mom was so mad about her having sex, she reported him to the police. That's why. Even though it was like totally consensual or whatever. Crazy fucking story. So cheap. Yeah. What are we talking about? Okay, so the lore is, I don't remember what country they were in, but it's illegal to have sex at all when you're under the age of 18. And this girl and this guy hooked up, and she was 18 and he was 17. There's like a 2 months difference. But because the mother of the girl, Dubai, that tracks. Yeah. Because the mother of the girl was upset about her having sex at all, she reported the guy to the police, and now he's serving a year in jail. For being underage. See, here's the thing. There's a reason why most countries, Dubai, I don't even count as a real place, bro. That place is fucked up, right? I mean, they literally operate mostly off of like slavery and shit. Like, Dubai is fucked up, right? But most places, what they do is they have it so, like, if you're, like, 18, the range of, like, consent, like, moves as you get older, as opposed to being a hard line. Because that really doesn't make any sense. Why should someone go to jail for a 2 month age difference? Because that just sounds absurd, just in general. And that's why most developed countries do it that way. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Romeo and Juliet law. It's a fucked up thing to call it. What was that? That shit was like 14 and 17 or something. This is a smoke weed every day. Yeah, Dubai gives me really bad vibes, bro. Just in general. I don't like it. The Romeo and Juliet law is just like the thing where like the age of consent changes with the person, like the people that are consenting. So like if you're 16, the age of consent, if that's where it starts, like it's not the same as if you were like 19. Like it moves as you age. Matt. Dude, slavery never went away, and I'm sure you all know that, so I'm not gonna harp on it too much, but in most places it's just changed how it's presented. LOL. Not. Jumping like it's hot. Good night, Tartsy. May you find your answers. That's a little far for now, Olivia. They want it to be that way, right? the gap required to pay the cost of living and the wages that you're paid are constantly moving apart, and that is no accident. You know what I mean? In fact, now this is more conspiracy theory-ist than anything else I said, but I wouldn't be surprised if they want it to be such a gap in which they want to encourage people to work 2 jobs, so there's more jobs, like those types of jobs being worked. I wouldn't even be surprised if that was how it was. But who's to say? That's a bit more speculative. No parlays. I'll tell you this. I know a decent bit about gambling. Never do a parlay. They make almost all of their money off of parlays. Do literally anything else but a parlay. The parlays like trick you into like you get like 1 leg away and you're like, oh, I almost did it or whatever. But no, don't do it. Don't do parlays. Or just do straight shot type bets. They barely make any money off of those. Parlays are how they get you because it's like the same thing where it's like, oh, but you could win so much money! You know what I mean? Don't do parlays. Some countries' age of consent is not good. Japan had an issue for a long time. Did they fix it? I don't remember. I think they may have. I'm not Brody. Thank you for the raid. How you doing? No, I don't think so. I don't know who that is. Drew Gooden. 14 in Germany? Fuck, man! Yeah, I think Japan's age of consent was 13, the way that weed is, like, federally illegal here. Like, it is, but in most places, it's not. Who is Drew Gooden? Drew Gooden. Basketball player? Sounds like a basketball player, although I'm assuming not. I went down like a basketball rabbit hole recently on YouTube. It was awesome. There was like this guy that was making like basketball documentaries. I watched like all of them in the span of like a week while I was eating food. I don't know shit about basketball, but it's fun to watch. I guess I know a little bit now. Basketball's cool, but I have a problem with it. Mostly being that your physical stats are such a big factor in everything. I like games where you can adapt to whatever needs to be. Yeah, it's pretty flawed. Well, that's why I like playing video games over sports. Well, one of the reasons why. I don't like having a set ability like, you have these physical attributes, so this is about how good you can get realistically. Like, I don't like that shit. I mean, I have a lot of issues with sports. That one being one of the main ones. The other one being, I mean, even like in bridge, I get like even like ping differences, which are way more minor than physical attribute stuff, still pisses me off. And we get into arguments about it all the time. I can only imagine like a real fucking sport. Injuries, yeah, that was just a bit to bring that up. Like, and I brought those up a few times on Chip, so I won't get into it too much. But you dedicate your life to one fucking thing, and then you like tear something that can't be repaired, and that's it. Like, what the fuck? I couldn't imagine. You know what I mean? What do you do then? And that's all the main reasons why I couldn't ever really get into sports. I like cross country back when I could, you know, go outside. Fuck, man.
Cross country's fire, yeah.
What if I got arthritis? Arthritis is something that can be managed a lot. Like, at my age, I mean, there's obviously always going to be risks, but they're much less than a contact sport of any kind. I don't think there's anything to argue with there. There's going to be a risk no matter what you do. But those are definitely not, you know, analogous things. So I could never really get into any contact sports. I tried, but I was too, like, skittish, I guess, because I didn't want to get hurt. Not out of fear of getting hurt, but what's the point if I get hurt? I've always kind of been that way about it. I'm very risk averse. The difference between getting something like arthritis and carpal tunnel is they're gradual diseases that you will notice ahead of time and can plan against. And the reason that I don't have them is because I have many safeguards in place to prevent them. I stretch every single day. I make sure to massage my hands every single day. I keep my armrest and my table at the same height, so I'm not putting any stress gravity-wise on it. So I'm aware of these things, and I'm very hypervigilant to avoid them to a pretty extreme amount. I don't want to die to this jump twice today. Although it's a really hard jump, so I guess what can you really do? But I'd prefer not to if we could avoid it. I've also never broken a bone. Many situations where I should have, but I just didn't. I don't know. I literally don't know what I'm going to do. Considering how much of my life revolves around my hobbies, just in general. I don't know what I'm going to do when I can't do them anymore. I think about that sometimes. But then is then, I suppose. I'll probably just find another hobby. Here's the thing, guys. I mean, whatever I do job-wise, I'm probably not going to care about as much as I care about hobbies just because of the way that my brain works. I am a hobby guy. Maybe I'll get really into puzzles, for instance. That's something that I could do. Or maybe I'll get really into, like, writing or something like that. Could be fun. I will always live for whatever hobbies I have is how I will live my life. No, I don't think so. I don't think you told me about that. What the hell am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for music. That sounds fun. Sounds chill. I don't know what to put on. Skiing is fun, but we didn't have that much money growing up, so I only ever did it like twice because it's pretty expensive, and I just haven't lived anywhere near being able to. I haven't lived somewhere where I could do that frequently. I've skied twice. Once we were in Colorado visiting my parents' friends for their wedding, and then the other time it was just around where I lived in Ohio because we wanted to try it, but it was just too expensive at the time. Let's listen to Pokemon music. Because Pokemon is cool. Okay. I have both autism and ADHD, but I don't think the two things are separate necessarily. Like, I wouldn't say they're separate entities entirely. It is. I love Ocarina of Time. Just in general. I mean, what a great game. I never got to play the original. I just played the 3DS version. You know. I really want to try to write down my thoughts about autism and ADHD at some point, because I don't think I think it's something that I think about it a lot. And especially I think about like public perception of it a lot. It's so weird how it's treated and how you have to treat it yourself. Definitely something that I've noticed in my life is people love being compassionate, but only to people like them. So, oftentimes when I'm interacting with people and I run into an autism or ADHD symptom, I brush it off as something not related to that because I know they're not going to be compassionate about it. They're going to think I'm just making an excuse. Even if they think they're good people, a lot of people, they refuse to sympathize with stuff they don't understand. Just simply put. And I don't know why that is necessarily, but it's something that I've noticed a lot. So I usually just blame it on something that I think they can understand. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm really tired today, or I forgot to eat, or something that they can relate to, and then they're nice. And they're like, oh, yeah, I understand, blah, 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 even if it's not the case. Because people, especially nowadays, I mean, people have been honestly weaponized against, really, a lot of people are just really against any sort of label like that at all. I mean, I'm talking the whole spectrum of things that could be wrong with you in any way. I'm talking like anxiety, depression, ADHD, autism, even like stuff like gender dysphoria, literally anything. People have been kind of conditioned with the stuff that they intake, the stuff that they read, whatever, that those people are just weak. They're just making an excuse. You can't sometimes talk about that sort of stuff with them because they just don't get it, and therefore they think that people want to imagine that everyone's been through the same shit, so they think, well, I didn't have to deal with this, so why can't you just not, or whatever. And I notice that very frequently. Yeah. I think also a big issue is a lot of people are on the spectrum a little bit, and so they assume everyone that has it is like that.
so that when they're on the spectrum a little bit and they see someone acting way worse than that, they're like, well, I'm able to control it, so why can't they? Even though they're way less on the spectrum than, you know, whatever.
I think about that a lot with like gender dysphoria too. Oh, like thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. I don't subscribe to the notion that everyone has ever been like, well, I felt like that, but I didn't do anything. It's entirely dysphoric, but they're probably just a little bit on it, and so they think, well, it wasn't that big of an issue in my life, so why can't you just get over it or something like that? Because I think that's also a big. I think it's a big factor of it.
Yeah. I have like half of gender dysphoria. Like I have the half where when I look in the mirror I don't see myself, but there's nothing I would rather be. You know what I mean? So it's easier for me to sympathize than maybe some other people. Because at least I understand that part of it.
But I suppose for me it's easy to sympathize with a lot of stuff. Because, you know.
A little crazy.
I don't know what I'd rather be. Literally nothing. I don't have a self the same way other people do. There is no self for me.
I mean, I can explain it to you. When you walk around in like Breath of the Wild, this Link, are you Link? No. But you're controlling Link. I just feel like I'm controlling me. And there's someone doing it.
Something else controlling me. But not even like... I mean, I'm still controlling...
There's no... I'm just a character. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the real one.
I'm not the real one. But I suppose it's easier for me to say
that it makes sense to sympathize to so many things because I have so many things. You know what I mean? I've been around the
I've pretty much seen it all. Except for like anxiety. I've never really had anxiety.
But I mean, I can still sympathize.
Yeah.
What's up, aimbot?
But I don't think there's any... I don't actually think there's anything we can do to repair
the problem here. Because I don't think we will ever take mental health issues seriously as human beings. The only diseases that we've been able to truly sympathize with are the stuff that we can physically see. And it has always been that way throughout all of human history. You know what I mean? People with mental health issues have never really gotten wide respect. Or most people just see it as annoying. Because they don't physically see... Like, for example, COVID wouldn't have been an issue if it caused a giant blue wart to appear on your nose. Right? People in general just aren't able to conceptualize things they don't understand. And that's just how it is. And I think it will always be. I don't think there's anything you can do about that, realistically. But I don't know, because there's so many groups of people out there that... I think about it sometimes, like, the way that people are able... Some people are stuck at a lower level of thought. Not even in the sense where they're stupider. I'm talking, some people are not able to conceptualize what a life would be like from someone else's perspective. They're only able to interpret the world through the experiences they've had as opposed to experiences of other people. I don't think those people are ever going to want to understand people like us because in their world, it's not possible to be like us realistically. This is just something of a It's just we were either raised wrong or, you know, we had some sort of glitch or something that we should just be able to get over. And it's always going to be that way for those people. And I think those people are always going to exist in our society. And I don't see that ever going away. It's more up to us, I guess, to find our place in it all. I don't think those people could learn and grow out of that widespread. I am not a human optimist. I think that humans are kind, but not smart. Or not able to think in a higher order frequently. Just in general, I think the majority of humans are incapable of doing that sort of higher order thought. If we can, why can't they? I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that. I don't know why people are incapable of doing it. My best theory is that they've never had to, right? And so they never gained the skills required to do it. I think if in general you're more normal and the world is more made for you, you have to ask less questions. And think about things less deeply. It all just works, you know what I mean? You just do these things and then you do them and then it all works. I think progressive society will come eventually, but I don't think it's actually going to touch these areas as much. Eventually, trans people will be fully accepted. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind about that. That kind of battle has never been won for the other side ever in human history, and it's not going to start now. It will just take however long it takes. But that's not going to be a battle they win. It literally never is. So you don't have to worry about that, but it could take, I don't know how long.
We slow as hell. Gee, when you don't try to transition, you think nothing of it. But when you do, you inspect it. That's true. If you have no issues, why would you look further, right?
I have a theory that maybe is kind of short-sighted, but I believe that hardship and agony creates a space for mental growth, or at least mental advancement in some way. I think that through uncomfortability is the areas which we change the most, for good or for bad, for more or for less. I think that, at least for me, the areas of the lowest moments in my life are the ones where I came out of it a completely different person, having learned these lessons that I would never have learned before. And I'm pretty strong-willed about that opinion. Especially considering that a lot of my friends who have been through hardship, I'm able to talk about more openly with this sort of stuff than people who haven't. It almost seems like, to me, a lot of people who haven't been through a lot of stuff, and I'm not trying to make it an us versus them thing, but when I try to get at them with any deeper conversations, they just don't know what's up. Like, they haven't been there before, I guess. And honestly, good for them. And maybe I'd be the same. Before 2016, before I really got bad, I didn't think about things like this as much as I do now. So I think there is a link between those two things, to some extent.
I don't even know how to describe where I'm at mentally with everything. It's a weird. If whatever I have kills me, it kills me. That's where I'm at. Like I wake up every day and I do what I want to do, what I must do. But I don't really care whatever happens. The outcome's not really that important to me. What matters is the present. You know what I mean? If a meteor hits my house tonight, I still won't regret what I did yesterday. I can only just do what I do. Right? Yeah. I don't believe there's some grand plan for my life, except just what I want to do. But I'm not even, like, I'm not unhappy. Like, this isn't some emo rambling. I'm just saying it really doesn't matter. Like, I'm pretty happy on my day-to-day life. But, like, I'm not, like... I don't know. It doesn't really matter what happens. The only one thing that matters to me is that in the present, things are good. And that in the future, things will be good. As far as, like... near future goes. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it's just so important to establish a routine where I'm happy and doing new things and exploring things, right? But you just, I don't know. What do I care if I'm alive in 20 years or not? When I'm dead, I'm dead. So I wouldn't say that's hopelessness or depression or whatever. It's just doing what you can with what you got. And it's hard. I'm trying to get at a point that's hard to describe, but like, the point I'm trying to make is the outcome doesn't really matter, and in truth, it never did, right? If you think about it. What's the point of trying to think too much about the future when, the future eventually holds a death somewhere? We've known that since, like, day one, so I don't really care when it hits me. Because I won't be there to care about it. Yeah. It's not something one should dwell on, you know? Just keep it pushing. It's not going to change anything worrying about it. Me too, yeah. I thought it was my end a good few times. It's pretty peaceful, from what I can tell. Yeah. Y'all ever got the light flashing before your eyes shit? I never seen that before until I did. Shit played a movie out in my head in like 5 seconds. Like scenes I haven't seen ever. Like I remember they happened when I saw them, but I was like, what the fuck? I haven't seen this. I didn't even know this was a thing. And I thought the light flashing before your eyes thing was like a joke. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna die type thing. No, it literally does it. It goes, and then you see everything. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. People have a lot more in common than they realize, and I wish people would get off social media so much, or at least stop taking it so seriously. But it's so easy to do it these days. But like, the point I'm trying to make is, you don't have time for that. You know what I mean? It's not even like you have to worry too much about your life, or you have to be productive all the time, because who gives a shit? I'm just saying you don't have time to be mad all the time. Like, yeah, the world's probably going in a bad direction, but it's not your fucking problem. It really isn't, so. No point in sitting there just getting mad about it.
I suppose it's easier said than done though when you have no like legacy to continue on. Like I'm never gonna have children, for instance. I wouldn't want to bring them into this world for a few reasons. I mean, for the least bit being that I'm completely asexual, but I don't know what the future holds. You know what I mean? Things are not consistent. They're not. I don't know where it's gonna go, bro. But and at least for me, it's better that it ends here. These genes are. I don't know how we made it here. Honestly, my genes. I don't know how natural selection didn't fucking destroy me. These genes should never have made it this far. I will end them here. Yeah. Now, a lot of people are very worried about that. The fact that so many people don't want to have children. Because then the economy would collapse, probably, but their fault. Literally their fault, so I don't really give a shit. And if America collapsed, would that be so bad, necessarily? Like, here's the thing. Nothing is forever. You know what I mean? Things fall and rebuild all the time. That's the state of the world itself. Nothing lasts forever. Whatever happens, it will probably rebuild into something anew. That's just how the world works. That's not such a bad thing, in my opinion. Session's okay. Lately it's been taking me like a good hour to like get good at the start for some reason. But it's fine, because usually by like an hour 20 I start getting to red. I don't know why it works like that though, but it's fine. I guess I'm not really complaining. Yeah. And okay, here's the thing about America, right? It's been around for so long that the meta basically it's like a fighting game that hasn't changed in 20 years. Like the meta has stagnated to the point where it just doesn't really work anymore. Basically all the rules have been like exploited. It doesn't work really as well as it used to. Everything collapsing and reassembling isn't such a bad thing. It allows for new ways of thinking to rise. And it'll have its own problems, right? But that change is what's important. Yeah. You're telling me, yeah. I wish I spent more time outside. I really do. The weather is lovely. Yeah. It was raining so hard yesterday. The weather map was yellow where I was, which I've never seen rain be that color. I think in my theory is that the longer that any government is around, the more that government slowly starts serving the benefits of a few rather than the many. Just consistently, that seems to be the case no matter what. And then it's a matter of how long that can maintain before the many get mad. And it all begins anew.
You know? My chat's changed a lot over the years. It didn't used to be like this. Ah. My highest viewer count? Long time ago. It was on YouTube. I got 5,000 viewers when I came up with the roulette. Which is crazy. My new idea is really good, but it's not even going to get a fraction of that. Because that was like right where I was in time. We'll see. I don't think I'll ever be popular again, though. I almost certainly fit into like a simple flip slot in which I like stay around the same subs for the rest of my life, but like every upload I get, well, every upload I do will get like 50,000 views probably, roughly, fluctuating, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. Where I got is nowhere to scoff at. You would literally need to be Tidal Wave to get clicks on it. I'd probably actually Wave Trials would do it too. If you uploaded a video of that. Because I don't think anyone's beating that other than Zoink. Whether or not anyone's even interested with doing nullscapes, I wonder. It'd have to be like probably just trick or pop off, if I had to guess. If anyone were to. Nipsky could probably do it. I bet Nipsky could be nullscapes in like 1 year from now if he like started grinding it. Straight up. Pokemon, yes or no? Ancient reference. Fairy Knife Helm. I've thought about that, buffing the speed of the spikes, but it's just cruel. And I think people get mad at it, so I won't do it. I love laughter. That's what I love in the world more than anything else. Laughter is my favorite thing in the world. Because whenever I laugh or make someone else laugh for just a brief moment, I am human. Like truly human. Like I feel that emotion. I love laughter. That's why I'm so about it. It's an important part of it for me. Spice and sweetness is so awesome. when it starts spicy and then becomes sweet. Oh my god, it's so good. I haven't cried in years, man. I think I cried when I beat Oblivion, though. Right, that was it, I think. Since... Capsaicin is like drugs but legal. I mean, it does a lot of the same effects. People don't know, but it actually does. A lot of the same effects. Aren't I a tough guy? I guess. Emotions just seem to have a hard way making their way to me. It's the problem. But not because I'm so tough. I think it has something to do with a little thing called autism, if I had to guess. I don't feel very emotions very strongly, so what is there to cry over? I'm glad you're enjoying it, GD Slumber. I seriously, the only emotion that I fully feel is like laughter. That's why I love it so much. Like, nothing else really makes its way to me. And anger. I'm really angry a lot. I just have this like deep rage within me. But I don't have anger issues. I feel like anger issues are like specifically dedicated to like when you can't control it when you really need to. You know what I mean? But like if I don't need to, I'll just let it out. Like, who gives a fuck? But like I don't get angry at other people. Cause that's just lame shit. But that doesn't change the fact that I have a lot of anger within me if I get the chance to release it. I've gotten angry at GD a few times, but you probably noticed when I get angry at GD, it's like I've gotten mad at this level maybe 5 times, and it's for like a second. But that's because I get angry the most when my expectations meet the reality of the situation. So my expectations for an event is I'm going to do this well, I'm going to do this well. That's when I get mad. You know what I mean? If I'm trying to do something that's supposed to take maybe 2 days and I'm on day 7, I'm mad. But this takes an X infinity amount of days that isn't defined, so I don't care. Like there's no I am undershooting the expectation thing to happen. I also get mad when like a level could be good, but it's ruined by like one thing. Like I get mad at the level itself, rarely the creator itself. But like Super Luminary made me so fucking mad because why is it there? Like it just like I got so fucking mad at that. Like in the Grandma's Hard side, because it was like an error rift in my brain. It was like, well, why though? No, I would too. If I was watching all these streams, and out of 150 streams, one of them I'm at the Jetpack, I'd be screaming at the monitor too. Absolutely. That's real shit. Ain't no shame in that. I mean, just think about the amount of time you've watched versus that happening. It's one of the most unlikely things you could ever witness. It's like seeing a shooting star. Of course you're gonna make some noise about it. The most mad I got recently was when I was playing Expert Heartside with Matt, and
I was at flag. I was at flag 16, which is clockwork, which is pretty far in. And my autism brain looked at an ice wall and for some reason just forgot what an ice wall was. Like, I wasn't nervous, I wasn't anything. I just did that stupid thing where my brain will look at an object and not know what it is. So I got to an ice wall in clockwork and I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't know how to react to it. And it was just like some X object that I didn't understand. So I didn't jump off of it and then I just died. And I was just like, so fucking mad, bro. Like, are you serious? It takes like 7 minutes to get there, man. Just to forget what an ice wall is. No, I was looking right at it. And it was just like, I don't know what that is. And I slid off it and died. Expert said it's the worst Golden I've ever played. It's so boring. And the first 2 checkpoints are way harder than anything else. Way harder. So you're just stuck there for your whole fucking session. We haven't worked on it yet. I don't think we're going to release that video on April 1st. I need to beat this level first. Before I can do anything. Believe it or not, I try really hard when I play this level. Even if it doesn't look like it all the time. I'm trying my literal best at all times. Dude, CaveOfTheScarletSky is probably the least of your worries in that checkpoint. I die to Subway Neon like 8 out of 10 times I get there. And you can't stop it. It's always for some new bullshit. CaveOfTheScarletSky I have like a 99.9% pass rate because you can save everything that could ever go wrong. Without any issues. I literally never die there. No, it's easy. It has almost no nuance to it. Subway Neon, on the other hand, LOL. Subway Neon could go fuck itself, man. My college experience was shit because COVID started that year. It was 2020. And I couldn't do online classes. I went to RIT because I thought it was going to be all like in-person classes, but then COVID hit and we couldn't do that, and it destroyed me. COVID actually completely destroyed my whole college experience because I would end up failing out of my second year due to COVID. Like, I got COVID in late 2021, and I was bedridden for 3 weeks, and I couldn't do my classes. And I ended up quitting college, and I haven't been back. I would go back if I could, but I've gotten COVID twice. Luckily, it didn't sting that much the second time because I was well vaccinated. overcorrected. It's fine. The last 2 deaths I had at red were that jump, so I tried to not die to the same way, pretty much. But it was just a bit too much, I guess.
Unfortunately. I thought I was fine, but it's been just a little bit too...
Well, it has, technically. The last 3 deaths I've had to that red part have been to that jump.
So... It's a shame. I don't really like overcorrecting. But it's so difficult. I don't know how much it matters where I set up that jump. I think it does matter a pretty decent amount where I set up the jump. There might be a better way, though. I don't know. I mean, I have a good bit of frames to jump on. But there might be a better place to jump from. Like, if you were to, like, fully reason it out. There's a decent chance it's a better place to jump from. But I'm not going to play games with that right now, obviously. I'm not sure why it takes my brain so long to get ready to start playing the reds. It's just how it's been lately. It's fine though, because I know it's coming. Like the red attempts. I don't know why it takes so long, but it just requires me to be a bit patient. We'll get there. At least once. I was not lying though. That's just how it works. I've been playing it since February. That jump is fucked, man. But yeah, it's inspired by Cave of the Crimson Sky.
Strawberry jam.
Strawberry jam Grandmaster map. It's yellow, although it's really not. I don't think top players are going to struggle on this. When I watch other people play, their movements are just cleaner than mine. But it's fine, I guess. You can only do what you can. Brown, green, or yellow? No, neither. Orange is low-key, just yellow, but changed. But if you keep going, you get brown, pretty much. Cliffside Cliffside is not like that easy, I feel like. At least some of the barriers were pretty tough, actually. Like low-key. Brownular disc. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know how hard this really is. But I know with me the issue is I just like my consistency kind of levels out after a certain point. I just can't get more consistent and stuff no matter how much I try. And that's where I've just been with this, where it's just too hard for me, but my consistency is stuck here, and I need to beat this, which is here. And then every attempt varies in between a little bit above my consistency with some luck, and then I just have to get lucky enough for everything to line up and work, pretty much. Like, I haven't improved at this in months, realistically. And that's just the nature of it. You like Death and Romance? That song is so good. Oh, you've listened to it, Matt? I didn't even know that. Image is my favorite, but I think Cry for me is probably like the best produced song on the entire album, probably. Just in terms of the vibe it's going for. Death Minutes is really good. I love Killing Time a lot too. My hands are really shaky today and I don't know why. Something blood sugar usually when that happens. Talking about imaginal disc. I remembered to eat today, but I'm still just missing something. I don't really know what. I feel like I ate enough food. And that bro doesn't eat breakfast. I'm pretty sure if I didn't eat breakfast, my remains would be scattered amongst the ground within a week. Like, there's no, like, my body would physically start decomposing if I didn't eat breakfast. Whenever I, like, whenever I have to not eat breakfast, like, for whatever reason, within 2 hours, it's, like, pain times 1,000, which is not normal. I don't know why it's like that, but holy shit. I don't know how you live like that. I eat for a family of 4 every day. Like, consistently. Or I go nuts. In fact, at the function, I'm like the most annoying motherfucker because everyone's like, yeah, let's eat some food. Everyone's eating food, and then I'm like, well, actually, I need to go grab some more food because, well, I'm a loser who needs to eat food all the time. And I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I don't think my digestion system works correctly. Is the real culprit. So it takes more food to get the same amount of nutrients, I believe, in my bloodstream. The worst part is, and I kind of hate it, like, I literally, like, I eat, and then I'm hungry again in, like, 2 hours. Like, to the point where I'm noticing it, like, in my body, like, where it's, like, I have that hunger. Which way do I spend on food per day? I would say, on average, I spend $16 to $20 on food per day, if I had to throw out a figure for breakfast, lunch, dinner.
I mean, I buy cheap, but I buy good stuff. So I eat, in the morning I eat oatmeal, a granola bar, yogurt. I have a tea. I have yogurt. I think I already said that. And that's the majority of what I have a banana, then I have an orange usually, and that's what I eat in the morning. Fuck. And then for lunch, or I guess dinner in most people's cases, that's the meal I usually eat out. There's a Chipotle I can just walk to, so 5 times out of the week I just do that. Because it's easy. It takes like 5 minutes to walk there. And it's cheap. It costs like $12 for the amount of food I get. That's my biggest meal of the day. I can ask for extra rice, which doesn't cost anything. And it's a good amount of calories. They're not empty calories, they're good. So I like doing that a lot because I can just walk there. As opposed to having to get in my car, it's nice to just be able to walk somewhere. So that's what I do for most meals, and then I do something. Sometimes I'll do something else where I'll go get like ramen, or I'll go get like Five Guys, or I'll get like some chicken place. But usually I'm not full if that doesn't happen. And then for my last meal, I cook chicken and rice. I throw some spices in there, potatoes, and then I also heat up a pasta bowl that I really like. That I can't seem to figure out how to make myself, which are like these little like pesto tortellini pasta shell things that I throw in with the chicken. So my last meal is definitely my most calories, for sure. It's a huge meal. I did a price comparison versus what I like to get at Chipotle versus if I wanted to make a meal like that myself, and they honestly came out to about the same. Like, it's pretty expensive, at least where I'm at. So I don't really mind eating out for one meal. If I was able to be full just eating like pasta, then I would much prefer to just make my own meals. But I need a lot of protein. I need a lot of grains. I need a lot of vegetables. And what's cool is the guys at Chipotle, they all know me already. So they always make a giant meal for me. And it doesn't cost me any extra. Like, I've already let them know what I like, and if they're able to do that, and they already do it. And so my Chipotle bowl is always fucking stacked. So I don't even have to worry about any of that. So in general, I like to do that because I can just walk there. I think I did the price comparison. I could save like maybe like $2 every day if I just made it by myself. But I'm fine paying that $2 for the ease of convenience, I guess. And I make my other 2 meals at my place anyway, so it's not like I'm eating out for every meal or anything like that. So I'll take the 1 meal I eat out. Plus I get a walk, yeah. That's good. It's good to remain active. So I don't really mind at all. Right now I'm pretty happy with my eating habits. I'm not really gaining or losing any weight. I'm pretty full throughout most of the day. But I eat pretty much the same things every time, like a machine. Because that's how I keep my body happy. I have pretty severe like IBS, and I barely even feel my symptoms when I eat the same thing every day. With that routine, like my stomach is just perfectly level. Doing it like this. Whenever I start eating meals at weird times, that's when my stomach's like, ugh. It's best to just remain consistent for me. I'm a man of repetition. I know what works.
okay, well the thing about people like Mr. Beast is he will never be happy just living a life of luxury. People that get to that level of wealth usually only get there because their brains are fucked up and they need to be improving in some aspect to feel alive. You need two things to be Mr. Beast. You need an insane work ethic. You need, well, I guess, three things. You need an insane work ethic. You need to have almost no real morals, and you need to only be satisfied when things are on the incline. Only satisfied when you're growing, and the lack of care, the true care about others, is how you get there. Yeah. Yeah, he's a full workaholic. That it is not, my friend. I think about that sometimes too. Like, I think I had the potential to be like a fucking like genius if I gave up my teen years and my young adult years to just studying. But like, would I be happy at the end of it all? Probably not. So, I don't regret it. I don't even think it's an option I can explore now. It's been too many years. But I don't regret it. I've had so many experiences I would never have if I chose that path. I need to rinse off my hands. I think a lot of it also comes with the idea that I don't have that great of a work ethic, because the truth about ambition usually is like when you already know that wherever you're aspiring to go isn't going to be any better than where you are now, then it's hard to get the motivation to work every day for it. You know what I mean? Like, you won't be automatically happier by being rich or famous or whatever. And if you internalize that and you already know that, what's the point of working really hard? Like, it's not going to solve everything. Let's have a bread slice. Yeah. Me and Matt knew of each other for the most part until like 2021. But we really only started hanging out because Celeste. The main group chat that we made to watch my friend Dedos play Celeste, and he wanted to watch too. But then we just ended up playing for ourselves after a certain point. What happens to that juicy? stuff. I pretty much just like, that's really my only Discord usage of the day usually is when I'm eating my first meal of the day, which takes like 3 hours because my stomach. I just pretty much just random post in there until it's done, and then I get off it until the end of the day. That's usually what I do. I got one pretty good red attempt. I'm looking for another. I do plan on getting a Mega Re1 going. Although I'm going to need a much bigger team for that. I can totally get more today. It just depends on whether or not it lets me. What did you choose as number 1? I played some Expert Outside last night, and it was really frustrating. I died it. I think I died to flag 16 twice, both for reasons that are too stupid to explain, not really game-related stuff. I died to floating point once because the bubble, for some reason, that you do the strat on, I buffered it, and it fucked up my bubble height, and it killed me. I didn't even know it was a thing. And then I died, where the fuck did I die? I died in Stormrunner because I got this weird bug while I was doing the skip that I still haven't seen, where I like dashed to create the cloud, and then I threw the jelly, and then I dashed to create the cloud, the hyper off of, and I threw the jelly exactly where I dashed, so the jelly stopped in place, and I couldn't do the hyper. I could do the hyper, but I didn't grab the jelly with it. I was just like, what the fuck, man? So, a really useless fucking day. It's all a minute to flag that, so what's the point? Absolute slop day. Yeah, because those in-betweens are like, well, is it time? I can't put down the cup. Dave blocks. Dave jumps. I'm really good at fucking up when I have a good feeling. It's always when I have a bad feeling that I just mysteriously keep hitting the next jumps and I'm just like far and I'm like, what? Okay. I should stop feeling. I got so fucking mad at Bridge last night, bro. Holy fuck, man. I got like generationally mad because my teammate was like in like new levels of throwing the fucking game. This motherfucker said the craziest shit I've ever seen. I was bypassing and I switched sides, you know, where you mine to the other side. And for some reason, Verp was there. Which is not where, first of all, he's supposed to be on defense and I'm still bypassing. So I'm like, what the fuck? And we lose a goal because he raced. And then he typed in the chat, why did you switch sides? And I was like, what the fuck do you mean, why did I switch sides? What do you fucking mean? Like, what is it supposed to know that you raced for no reason? And then what does it matter if we're on the same side anyway? You fucking...
Race that. Dude, he had a 0.3 KD on defense. I don't know how he didn't immediately lose the game. On defense! You have to kill them, or we get scored on. I don't even understand how that's possible. Yeah, well, dude, there's this one goal where Berserk was running into our goal, right? And Vert was obviously going to lose the encounter, so I dropped to try to help him. We still got scored on, and he's like, "Why did you drop?" I was like, "What the? Well, I kind of had to because you were gonna lose the encounter, and you did anyway. So what's your point, I guess?" And then I double later, the same exact scenario plays out, and I kill him, and he's like, "Thanks." So now it's good when it works. So like, what the fuck, dude? I was tweaking the fuck out, bro. I was actually raging into my mic like I was fucking like I was so mad, bro. This guy, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, bro. I was in shock. By the way, Matt, once you left, I just started playing defense and we started winning because he was just letting in all the goals. And he was like, "See, it's easy to score an offense." And I was like, "Well, you know, when you have time, yeah." Yeah, at that point, man, he just can't do it, so it's time to go. So what went wrong, and I figured this out later, is because he was on defense and spending the whole time either barely winning or losing the engagement, we weren't getting any map development. He wanted me to play both roles. But the thing is, and I already intrinsically knew this, I can't be bypassing and also be developing that side of the bridge. That's not my job. That can't be done. Those things cannot both happen without letting either someone pass more frequently than it should be, or just straight up not making any progress down the bridge entirely. Offense's job is mostly to play around the blocks that exist, and the defense's job is to stop someone from getting to the base, and to also develop that kind of big platform to bypass under. You on offense, you're really not supposed to do both. I figured this out by like asking other people like what the fuck he was talking about, and now I get it. But that's not something that I could have done. Like, that's not my job. It's too much for one guy to do. I was so confused. I just started yelling out of confusion. I was like, "What the fuck do you mean? I don't get what you mean." But that's good to know for when I play defense. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Because, like, when I was playing defense, I started placing blocks everywhere. And it made him bypass a lot better. And I was like, oh, yeah. The real. You know what I mean? Like, the actual. And that made me feel better. Because I, like, understood more what it is that you're supposed to do. So that's good. Yeah, like, that sort of stuff's the defense's job. To some extent. Roofing more so than winging. Yeah, do that. It was smooth sailing for the first like game. It was really easy, like defense, because it was just perk out, right? And then all of a sudden I noticed Berserk is the one bypassing more, and I'm like, oh, they've decided, huh? We gotta get the big guns out on the bypass here, and then it got a lot harder when Berserk was the one bypassing. I cannot backflip. But thankfully, because Berserk was the one bypassing, Vert was against perk out on offense, and so Vert was scoring goals, and I was like, Operation Shuffle the Berserk, pretty much. I don't know. Dude, I was watching Havkin's stream, and like he had basically won a game against the Great Gert. It was 4-2, and he was on top of Galaxy. And he was like, I'm not going to drop. I'm not going to drop. He's like, why would you drop? Like, it's a free win. And then for some reason, he dropped and died and lost the game. I was just like, what the fuck am I looking at? Just wait. This is the place to be. The area. I'm like a glacier. It may not be obvious, but I slowly move everyone around me into a new way. Glacier. And then you guys get like stuck in the glacier and you're part of the movement. No, I'm happy that I have a wise cast of folk here. Like, we got some really good conversations. I think I'm gonna make one of my tier 2 sub goals, like I shiny hunt a Pokemon until I get it, and it could just be like some insane fucking infinite long stream that I just have to keep running until I do it. Some true marathon shit. I already have shiny Kyurem. Try again. Alright. How? Maybe it'll be off the stop there. It comes to one of the fucking portals or something. And I hunted him a long time ago. I don't know if he's shiny locked in Breath of the Wild. BW became Breath of the Wild. What's the point, guys? Breath the wild. Breathe the wild. Ow, excuse me. Yelda. How does Zelda survive for 100 years anyway? Can anyone tell me that? Like, I get how Link does it, but how does she do it? Shouldn't she be like all old and shit? Oh wait, is she an elf? And don't they live for like a bajillion years? Okay, yeah. That's how. Wait, but isn't she like she's like interested in Link, right? But like, how does that work? Like, she like stays the same age, and then Link is really old and wrinkly and dies, and she's still the same, or what? Is Astrobot? Dude, it deserves it, actually. I played a little bit at Thanksgiving dinner. What the fuck? That game is so good. Like, it's actually really good. Totally deserved. I don't know how they made Astrobot, bro. It's literally Galaxy 3. It's so fucking good. I have to play it for real. Like, I have to finish it.
Astrobot low-key blew my mind, bro. And that's game. PS5 does have game, finally. Better than it was, bro. Game? What? I didn't type game! Limited games, but games. I don't own a PS5. My dad does. That's how he played it. I'm not gonna buy it just for that, but if they make better other games, then maybe I'll play it. If they plan on making more Astrobot style games, I will get it. Like if they just make like 1 million of those, I'll be like, yep, we're playing PS5 immediately. It's so much better than you guys think it is if you don't play it, bro. Ridiculous. Yeah, it's so polished, and you can tell they fucking, like, they're, like, flexing with the fact that they can have, like, 1 million physics objects on the screen. Like, they'll be like, here's 100 apples to run in, for no reason. Check how the game doesn't lag. It's so funny. And they literally do that all the time. It's so fucking funny. And it's super smooth to 100%. Like, it might take, like, a run-through or two. But, like, we've been 100%ing every level, and it's been really good. Wait, is there gonna be, like, Golf with Your Friends 2? Wasn't that unveiled? Golf with Your Friends 2. Like, I think they're actually making that. And then I think they're making, like, a new Ultimate Chicken Horse style game as well. It's coming out. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited for all these developments. Is that what it's called? Golf with acquaintances. For like if you're bored at work. Bellotro 2. Yeah, like my dream where I got a copy of Bellotro 2 and then I went to jail. And I escaped it by staring really hard into a TV that was playing it fucking... No, I was in the bathroom, I was staring really hard at the mirror, and then I turned into a Chinese figure skater for 1 frame before waking up. That's still the funniest way I've ever woken up in my entire life. Like, knowing it was possible. Like, I was looking in the mirror, like, I know it's possible to wake up. I know how. I know. Done. Like, that's the funniest shit ever. I don't know how it's surreal. No! That was it. That was it. My last attempt, but it's over now. Oh well. Only 1 red. How sad. How sad. We'll get him tomorrow, my friends. Or we don't. I don't fucking know, but it will always happen in a loop. That goes until left on red. Yep, that was fun. I'll see you tomorrow for more of this shit. And that's what it is.